See how somebody comes out of the apartment exactly behind me? Crazy, right? Surveilling me day and night, knocking my walls and my ceiling, harassing me. Not normal.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk, take a little walk. All right, be careful. Yeah. It's a little chilly. Have you been out? I did, I opened up 20 times.
See how strange people act here? Stressful, man. A guy who told me I'm a crazy person to stay away from him. Then some other lady who makes comments like, "Oh, I'm getting two birds out of the bush. I'm doing laundry and I'm just trying to get the information out of him." Or no, she said, "I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get the information out of him." That's what she said. How weird are people here? Look, they all come out like rats. They shall move out of their holes like worms of the earth. See? Stalkers. All perverted. And it's really stressful because I got attacked by the dog over there. Viciously attacked. I had 2 bloody knees, and then the police threatened to arrest me for it. It's not a game. This is gang stalking. Whatever you want to call it. Mobbing, gang stalking, organized, conspired, targeting, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. When I exit my apartment and you immediately hear somebody unlatching their door, I mean, the very least of it is the intimidation factor, to cause fear and stress. That's not paranoia on my part. Like even the guy from the so-called mafia. See? Look at them all. Look, they almost have a traffic jam. See? Look. Almost have a traffic jam. Even the guy from the so-called mafia, he said, if it's really happening, it's not paranoia. So they practically have a traffic jam coming out to see about me. Surveilling my apartment and checking my internet. The other day I came back and I had left my internet plugged in and I had eight people over top of my wireless fidelity, which is a field effect transmission by the Federal Communications Commission, right? It's personalized Wi-Fi. 8 of them were over me in my apartment, which is highly unusual. So I went to aircraft mode, which is supposed to be 15 to 30,000 feet, which actually works on my phone. And there was 10 wireless fidelities over top of mine. So I'm totally under surveillance. It's not normal. Very perverted. I have to put the camera on every time I go out of my apartment for evidence because they said that I harassed and threatened people and it was the other way around. I told them to stay away from me and leave me alone and stop following me. And they try to act like they were very terrified and that I said something racial to them. I didn't say anything racial. I said, I'm tired of this queer shit. That's what I said. And I know I shouldn't cuss like that. But look at it. Look at it. This isn't rush hour. This is stalkers. Look at them. It's very frightening. I want my children back. Even my oldest so-called daughter, she's supposedly in Utah. She said it was very odd. She'd never seen such traffic on her street. Very odd, the amount of traffic. Not normal, not average. I mean, look at that. Hi, Bert. Look at that odd interaction that she's standing there looking at the board, trying to get a psychic read on me, it looks like, right? And then she comes out like, oh, hi, Bert. I think I'll go for a walk. Just happens to come out of the cabinet or closet or whatever she was doing. Crazy, right? They're all I don't want to say anything bad, but they're all sexual predatoring me. All of them. That the lady and her husband, they bragged that they had me when I was a child in their house in Montgomery, Maybrook, or Walden, or Goshen. I don't know where I was, but I clearly remember it. And they bragged about it. And then he said, that was 50 years ago. How would that be possible? Because it wasn't 50 years ago, and I'm not 52 years old. In fact, we might be in, May 14th of 1999 right now. See that person drives over onto the shoulder to intimidate me? It's not the first time. And I've asked that person if I could ride. Look at, you see that? Scrubs the curb. Literally scrubs the curb with my bus to threaten me, right? Yes, that's my bus. Oh, I have to fill out a form to ride that bus. It's the only transportation that comes in here, but I have to fill out a form to ride it that says that I'm admitting to being an insane person. I'm not going to admit such a thing because I've never admitted that, and I'm not. I want my children back. I saw another one the other day. I wasn't sure of this one, though, but I definitely was sure that that's what was alluded, and she was definitely glad to see me. I was more drugged when I had last seen that person. The other one, I wasn't as drugged, so I remembered her more clearly. I had a more positive interaction. Yeah, another one of my children. Yep. And the guy that toted her in there absolutely wanted me to look at her. She was smiling. Then he wanted me to check her out, whether she is or isn't my own daughter. She's a little girl, right? He wants me to check her out. Then he's looking at me like he wants to beat me up. And he's the one that brought her there just to see me. And you should have seen the smile on her face from ear to ear. And when I said it to somebody, they were like, yep. That girl over there with the Grinch pants. Yep. Is she your daughter? I said, I don't know. I have many children. Look, all the school buses, school at midnight or whatever time it is. Crazy. And they always do the same thing. They always put their hand in their mouth like they're doing something dirty. Little postures and gestures. It's nasty. I don't see Ed. Oh, there he is. Look at that crazy driving. Look at that crazy drive. Look at that. That's why it's all scratched up.